Welcome to part 2 of installing SQL Server. This is where we got to at the end of part 1, and notice they're asking me for a product key, but since I am using a trial version, it has entered the product key for me, and so I will just continue on here. Here is the license terms and agreement, and I will scroll down so you can read this, and I'll accept all of that. And so now it's going to set up some support files. It's going to get itself ready to install SQL Server. So really there's not a lot for me to do here except just kind of sit and watch and wait. And as you can see here, the installation has progressed to a different phase now, and we're actually getting ready to jump into the actual installation portion. Now, we're setting up some support rules, and you'll notice it's running a check here to see if there's going to be any problem. There's a couple of problems. Windows Firewall will have some settings it doesn't like, and I'm installing this on a domain controller, which is not recommended, but it's what I have. I'm having to do another project as well, so I'm not going to take it off of domain controller. Now, this is where I choose exactly what parts of SQL Server that I want to have running. And I will choose the database engine. I won't choose analysis services or reporting services. Notice all I have to do is check them to get that. Business Intelligence Development Studio, that is to create reporting services projects. I will get SQL Books Online, and I do want to get the management tools. And that will pretty much take care of this. And so I will simply go next. Now on this next screen that's going to pop up here, we're actually going to see the instance name of our computer, and we can set that if we would like. And notice we're going to do the default instance, and it's going to assume the NetBIOS name of my machine, and I will just take that and go to the next screen. It is going to throw an error, give me a problem, and I will have to take the dash out. So we will continue on here, and you'll see all kind of odd little things like that when you install SQL Server from time to time. Now notice it is telling me now the disk space requirements that I have. I need 1.3 gigs. I have 7 available. It gives me some more information. You can look that over. I'll take next on that, and it's now going to come up on server configuration. Now go back to the video that I did before part 1 on creating service accounts. We've got to tell this thing exactly what account to run these various services under. Remember on SQL Server Agent, you remember I went out there and I will browse, and I created the MSSA, and so I will put that one in here, and I'll have to put the password, so you'll need to remember those, and I will leave startup type on manual. Then I will go choose the next one, and I believe that one was MS, and I'll have to put my password here. Notice on the browser it's going to take a local system account, and then I will hit next. Now it's going to verify these two accounts before we move forward, and it has done that. Here I set my authentication mode, and I'm just going to leave that alone. I can specify my SQL Server administrators for now. I will just add the current user. I could add more if I would like. And notice I can set some information as far as the paths for all my data files, and then for any kind of file streams for SQL Access, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. So I'll hit next, and now we're going to get the opportunity to check to send Microsoft information about our install. We'll just skip that. And so now it's telling me that we're now ready. I can see a detailed report of what it just checked, and there it is, and I could read all that. So I'll just hit next, and then it's showing me here everything that's going to be installed, everything that I have set up, just a lot of kind of log information. And now I'll simply start the installation process. And so I will join you back again in part 3, and we will finish this installation of SQL Server 2008.